What do I say? They say, when starting a sales conversation, you never have to worry about what you're going to say if you have the right open-ended questions. I'm Marla Kopal. I'm a sales skills expert. I've helped people learn how to really have a sales conversation for many years, and I've helped people make over 50 million in revenues. So what's fascinating to me is how everybody keeps training everyone about what to say as opposed to what to ask. When we're in sales, we know what we have. We know what we're selling. We know the ins and outs of our product. But just because someone talks to us, calls us, messages us, responds to something we did, does not mean they are yet interested in our product. What happens is when somebody does connect with us, we should appreciate what we've already done because for some reason they feel safe to connect with us. And the second thing is there was something you said in your ad, your post, your message, your email, whatever it was, that got their attention. There's only one place to start a sales conversation, and that is, what did you see? What did you hear that intrigued you, that interested you, that had you connect with me today? That's it. That is the only question to start out with. So it's not about what to say. You're asking a question because you want to hear. You want to hear their objective, their goal, their concerns, their irritations, their joys. You want to hear the full flavor that this person, this buyer, brings to your conversation so that you will know then what to say to this person, because what you're going to say to person number one is not what you would say to person number two or even to person number three. Yes, there are some consistencies in your message. So if you're going to describe such and such a skincare, well, you know the ingredients, you know what it's good for, but wait a minute. What if you had a skincare for sensitive skin, for oily skin, for dry skin, for aging skin, and I don't know what other kinds there are. Let's say there's a lizard skin. Who knows? Well, how do you know which of those 5 to speak with your buyer about until you've really understood what it is that prompted them to connect? So buyers have desires. They don't all have a pain, but they have a desire to find a solution for something. But wait, they're not a buyer until you know what brought them to you. So stop worrying about what to say and ask yourself, what do I hear this person saying? What do I hear this person saying? How do I repeat back what this person is saying so that they know that I'm interested in them, that I am hearing them, and that they are valued? Yes, when we listen to people, they're valued. So if you're trying to do more sales, you don't want to sit there and always worry about what you're going to say. That means that the sale is about you. Well, the sale is never about you, the seller. The sale is about the buyer being served. Can you really serve that buyer when you're only worried about what it is you're going to sell? That is a very self-centered place to be. And I'm not saying you're self-centered. I'm just saying that's not a space you want to play in. If you play in the space of how can I serve you, then questions always follow. So if you say, what prompted you to connect with me today? What did you see in my ad? What did you see on my sign? What did you notice in the post that caught your attention? Then you're always off on the right foot. There is no wrong foot to start off a sales conversation if you ask good open-ended questions. Now, an open-ended question is not one that has the answer in it. Do you know what I mean? An open-ended question that has an answer in it is one of those that says, well, what kind of financial needs do you have? Well, right there, you're in the funnel called financial needs. Hey, that isn't necessarily going to put them into a favorable, open-ended conversation with you. You want to gather as much information as you can about this person. What have they done? What have they done in the past? What have they tried? What have they thought of that they haven't tried? So now you know how to leverage your presentation to them. So if you're using a script, it's time to throw that script away. It's time to learn the best steps you can. And what I would like you to do is to get my 8 tips to win at selling, so that you'll get 8 tips on how to continue this conversation and do better. So I bet after you get those 8 tips, you'll never ask again, what do I say? And I'll see you later for my next edition.